Rotating the body. Rolling through the spine. Stretching up, breathing in. Lengthen down all the way to the ground. Coil all the way back up. Stretching up. One more time. Good. Stretching up over to the side. Change side. Rolling the shoulders. Forward. Alternating backwards. Okay, rolling the arms in figure of 8. Let the hips lead the hand weight. Rolling the hip, nice big circle. Chest. Twisting with the elbows. Rolling the knee. Down. Down. A bit wider. Just sit into the posture here. With the hands on the knees, just soften the twist through the spine. Just hold all the way on one side, looking over the shoulder. Okay. Sure. Something for the ground, just using the forearms, the elbows, pressing against the leg. Rocking the body side to side. Back to the legs. And then just hold one side, keeping both feet flat. Okay. And all the way down, bringing the toes up. Bring the feet out, stretching the hands down. Pin the hands forward, stretch all the way through the body. Pulling the hips back, stretching through the shoulders. Pulling back and pressing the elbows into the ground. Shaking the leg out. Just rolling the ankle. Both ways. Stretch out through the toes. Raise the toes, stretch the ball of the foot out. Press right through the heel. Change sides. Circling. Get away. Let's point the toes. And the ball of the foot. And the heel. Pressing the weight into one leg, just swing the leg front and back. Keep it nice and relaxed. And then out to the side. circling out within there, right to the back. Change sides. Swing it to the front. Swing into the side. And rolling with the knee. Okay, just one foot in front of the other. Both feet parallel, the toes pointing forward. Keeping the back heel on the ground. Change. Okay, change again. This time bringing the hands together. Stretch right up and then start to come away from the back leg. So the left leg's forward. Start to move the body over to the left. Good. And change size. Right leg and then just start to stretch the body over. Go a little bit deeper, bringing the knee towards the ground. Stretching forward. Five. And change again. And this time bring the right hand, the left leg forward and start to bring it over, stretching. Let's kind of spiral over with the body. All the way away from the back leg. Good, and change side. All the way. Work the shoulders a little bit, so just stretch them out. Just start to roll them front and back. Move them together or just roll them separately. Start to really work the shoulders. Okay, working the hands, just roll them this way. Coming to this reverse this way. Okay, now in this case, with the little finger to the elbow, you keep it in contact and then just stretch it all the way up. Keeping the shoulders wide and back. Just stretch up the arms as high as you can and as far away from the body as you can, whilst keeping the contact in the elbows. And then release it. And one more time. With the contact and then just extend away. Release it. This is similar this time with the fingers, the palms in contact. The same, keeping the elbows in contact. Stretch the arms up as high as you can. Release it. Just one more time. Just go to the wrist, so just work with a Mikyo. Just apply it a few times and then let's hold it. Release, changing sides. So I've got the ice sheet. Okay. Here's a Mikyo, the top. Come into it. Sankyo, thumb in the middle. Twist it all out. Check. Onto the fingers. Change. And then wrapping all the way underneath into the Shihonage. Change. And shake the wrists out. Circling the arms. Shake the whole body. Shake the leg. Good. Okay. Let's start with a little bit of Taisubaki. So just come in here, nice and easy, just come in straight in, rolling through and then down. Straight in, rolling through. Just bringing the back leg in. And down. Okay, go ahead. Okay, good. In this case, just play with a tenkan, so from the back. And in this case, is gathering up and then pressing forward. Switch. And roll to the back. and then press forward here. In this case, this isn't like Taina Hinko kind of come into this position and then coming forward. Just get a sense of roll into the back, opening out so that the arms, everything is in this position, opening, and then coiling through for the Kokyu movement. So roll to the back, and come forward, and release it. Roll to the back, press forward. Roll to the back, press. Good, and just make this now a little bit flexible. So roll to the back and then just press in here. Then come to a kind of neutral position. Roll to the back, press in. I'm gonna make something really kind of connected, flexible, especially in the arms. So roll forward. Really like to work with circles through the hands. Nice. Good. Okay, good. Take a Bokken. Just a little bit of Suburi. We'll just start with number one. Nice and slowly. Reach the back and cutting down. Good. And then just change over to the left side. Look for the same movement. Coming to the back. Pressing forward. Nice, big, clear movements. All the way to the back. Good. And then we go to Zengogiri. So on the back, cutting on the right. To the left. Good. And then go to Shiho. So pressing in forward. Yeah. And in this case, with the Shiho, when you finish the fourth cut, you finish on the left side. So then just come back into the left side. Cut 1, 2, rotate off the right foot, 3, 4, and then you end up in the same position where you started. So start on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then find a next cut on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, we go to the second Suburi. So just nice, even Kamai. Roll to the back, find the Jodan Kamai. Reach into the back, press the hips forward. Okay, good. Just to play a little bit with the footwork and in this movement, try and in this case just play with the sword. You don't necessarily have to do the Suburi with the cutting movement. Just get the feeling you can roll the body back and then press the body forward this way and straight into the ground. So just play with the sword. You can do whatever you like. You can stick to the Suburi as well. But keep the focus really in the footwork and just being able to move this way. And really watch for these in this case in terms of excess movement. Coming to the back and then going forward. To the back and then rolling forward. But just get the feeling you're right in the middle of the posture and you can just adjust back and through. And then here you can just adjust, press into the foot. And try and really make the movement super quiet, very efficient. Just find the middle of the posture. Do what you like with the Bokken. Just get the sense that from the hips and the ground, rolling back. Hips, ground, roll forward. And just play with it. Get this feeling of a very efficient movement. Good. Good. And then just play with this Suburi in terms of the basic, which is really coming to this position, pausing, finding the back, cutting down. And then a slightly more fluid version, which is to come back and then just cut straight forward without finding the back. So just play within these two kind of methods, really finding a basic, reaching the back, pressing the hips forward. And just play with one which is coming back and striking forward. Rolling back and striking forward. But nice and slow and really look for the center of the movement. Good. Number 3. Just really take your time with this also. Really roll back, stretching up. Take your time, dropping down, sinking the hip just above the head.
Michael,
Sure.
when you come out of your your back position,
Yeah.
do you move your hips forward in a more straight line, or do you move it, yeah, like this, upwards and downwards?
Try and keep the hips sinking down.
Okay,
What
because I saw something different.
what
I think.
what I want to avoid in this case is that I've raised that the hip doesn't come out.
Yeah, completely up and then down again.
Kind of pull out of the hip. Now you're kind of coming up because you're coming.
Yeah.
Coming through.
Yeah, from low to
so
that position.
There is a kind of movement upwards. So
yeah,
the feeling of sinking down around this way. So keep the body is actually moving up and down, but
yeah,
the feeling down. You're in that position here, and then just find your way here, that way. It's just really keeping this front hip flexible. So
yeah, and keeping it as low as possible while continuing the movement.
I want to keep all the weight down as the sword.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks.
Good. Nice. Good. Okay, good. We're going to number 4. So just keep this nice and clear. Find the back, cutting forward. Each time, find the back, press hips forward. Just take this nice and slow, keeping the weight down, finding the back. Keep this nice and clean. Show Manucci. Forward. Oh. Okay, so in this case, as much as you find the focus in the hands, try and also find a kind of focus in the feet. Now, it's not the same as the hands because the hands are gripping. but you want the feeling of increased pressure in the feet with the connection with the ground. And this is really about timing it with the hands and the feet. So finding the cut, gripping with the hands, but also sinking, pressing down with the feet. So just put as much focus into the feet as the hands in the grip this way. Just play with it and try and really synchronize it. They're really coming together. There's an increased pressure in the feet as the cut happens. So. Yeah, good. Good. Nice. Good. Okay, we go to number 5. Look for the same kind of synchronization. So the hands come together with the feet, and in this case, using this above the head, and then finding this position. And using a Yoko Minuchi, just work on the same feeling. Increase pressure in the feet for the cut. Just play with this on the spot, and this is about the finding the form with the right hand. So what happens sometimes is the feeling that the sword's kind of orbiting the head. It's kind of coming around, but really in this case, the hand's just coming up to the head and then coming down, up to the head and coming down. So every time it comes to the same place, it comes to the head, come down. So just do this on the spot, but really feel that each time this hand, this part of the hand, comes to the top of the head and then cuts down. Top of the head cuts down, but it doesn't do a kind of orbiting around the head. It doesn't do this kind of thing. But just let it come to the top of the head and then cut down. And just try this as one move. So that's to the head, come down. Finds the head, comes down. And every time it's the same place. It doesn't change. This. Every time. 1, 2. 1, 2. Look like that. Just slightly simplify it on the spot. That's it. That's it. Good. And also allow the sword to travel in a circular way. So this is also about releasing through the grip. If I don't really release through the grip now, find the head. Every time the sword's going to travel straight. But what I need to do is release through the sword and allow the sword to travel circularly. So the sword's still doing this. But each time, still the right hand's just finding the top of the head. This way. But the sword still travels circularly. This way. That's it. Yeah, good, 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 good. Good. Huh. That's it. That's it.
Michael,
Yeah.
I've heard it described that as you're coming up on the right, it's the inside of the wrist, the head, and as you come up on the left, it's the back.
Hmm. Each time basically it's the same point. It's like this part of the hand.
Yeah.
It's like the base of the thumb. Yeah. That point of the hand. It's basically like it's like that point. So each time that point's going to kind of come in and down, come in and down, and each left or right is kind of the same. That, 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 that. And that's just really the center point of the hand. Otherwise, I'm doing other things. So I'm kind of twisting to get the back of the wrist or the inside. I'm twisting something to do it. But in this case, I just kind of raise up and cut down. And just try this as like really just one move, just nice and fast there. So it's really just one slice through. It's just a kind of raised slice. We're kind of used to from the first root in this kind of raise and then cut. But in this case, it's really just a kind of raise and a slice through this way. Yeah. So just play with the speed of it. Do it kind of slow. Yeah, that's it, Burn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Good. Good, good, good. Nice. Good, good.
Oh, sorry, I think I got disconnected. The distance between the Bokken and your forehead is actually just the thumb, or a little bit more than the thumb, or not?
Yeah, it's almost kind of touching.
Yeah.
It's not kind of also. Yeah, I don't want to come in front of the head, and then I end up in this kind of position.
Not here and at this here.
Yeah. It's just kind of almost.
It's more in this position here.
Yeah, exactly.
Without white light.
It's just kind of brushing across that.
Yeah.
Just kind of finding it. Yeah, good.
Okay. Yeah, being bold sometimes has its disadvantages.
Nice. Good. Okay, we just got to number 6. So nice basic fall. We're coming first into the Jordan Kamai. This time the Ken's above the head. Find the back, cut down, and then just on the same side. 1, 2, here. Same side. Cut, wrist. Go. And number 7. Again, just coming into Jordan Kamai. And the left.
Michael.
Yeah, sure.
With the start of number seven, do you then alternate your feet as a starting position? Take a look at Lewis's videos. He is actually changing the feet. So let's see. You can't see it.
Yeah.
I hope it will hold. So from this position, then here, and then backwards.
Ah.
And then in.
Now, in this case, just go like number 2. So sometimes.
Okay.
I think sometimes this is for space. Sometimes this is because of the space. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Because I saw him do that also in the instruction video that has been recorded a couple of years ago.
You want just the feeling like number 2, just rolling back. So it's really the same kind of position as number 2. You can do it that way. There's no real problem with it. So sometimes you do that. Also,
yeah.
It's also true with number 3. Sometimes when you're doing the Kimusubi no Tachi is coming on the spot this way with the in this case just come back this way.
Just move back directly. So there is no wrong or right in this.
No, not really.
This way.
The kind of I mean, the whole idea of that movement is actually is sometimes used as like an evasion for a ski. So the idea is that the body's just kind of rolling.
Yeah, moving backwards.
And moving back, and not kind of not on the spot. So in a kind of basic way, to come back is the kind of real basic version of it.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, we'll just finish with this movement. This is like the 19. It's Joe Suburi. In this case, you come back, cut down with the yokomen, roll to the back and find a block, and then cut on the right side again. It's just 3 moves. Cut, roll to the back, and cut down this way. We try and stay centered all the way through, right in the middle of the posture. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So we'll just slightly simplify it. Just in this, from the right position, just step back and find this position. So take the rotation and the first movement out of it. Just come to here, slide the hips back, and then find this position. What I want in this position is really that the arms to be draining down. What I don't want to be is raising up with the arms. So have the feeling of sinking, draining down, and the arms really, really heavy with the elbows down. And then from this position, just cut through, finding the top of the head. So just from here, just nice here. Really draining back, really feel you've got the back, and then just cut through this way. It's nice and simple. Goes 1, 2.
Michael.
Yeah, sure.
Is the idea of this movement in a way of a block or in a way of tipping the point of the Bokken
No,
into, in direction of the throat of my opponent?
Yeah, this is a block in this case. So there's the feelings to block here, and the feelings.
Okay.
The feelings basically this part of the sword, the middle between the hands is basically covering the head, protecting.
Okay.
Be like a yokomen, come in this position here, and then the other position towards the throat is more like this position when you're coming into this position. Yep, the sword pointing forward, but in this case the sword's here, that position. See that?
Hey.
Good. That's the few. That's nice.
Are you thinking of introducing a Suburi 8, 9, and 10 for the Ken?
Sure. Yeah. I wouldn't dream of it.
Or are you slowly progressing to the Kumitachi?
Yeah, this is coming in. Yeah. This guy, just play with this. So you've got the basic form, which is kind of to come back this position, and then cutting through. The other way is just come back, find the move, and then just come straight through it. So you're just looking for the center of the movement, really completing it, and then coming to here. The third way you can also play with is just to roll back, and then cut through this way. In this case, the hand's not really adjusting to find a block. Just roll back, and then find this position. Just play within these 3 levels, real basic. Pausing, cutting through. Second level, adjusting for the block, but following straight through with the body. And then the third way, just roll through it this way. Yeah, good. And the last 30 seconds or so, just play with this feeling. You can do kind of basic straight back, or you can do with a rotation. And you can really rotate to any kind of direction. So this way, open it out. Just to the back, open it out. Off at an angle, cut it out. So just play with different angles with the movement. Just kind of open it out a little bit. You can play with a basic form or slightly more fluid. Nice. Great. Okay, we'll stop there. Pretty good. Domo arigato.
Come on.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you.